as far as the business of boxing.
The best thing is a fighter needs to take almost everything.
You paid all that money and had the biggest stage in boxing on Netflix, and that is really the best they could do?
He knew that he could not beat Bud Crawford, which is why they basically paid him $100 million.
Canelo just shocked boxing. He admitted he held back against Crawford and even said money influenced the fight. Was it fixed? Let's break it down. Canelo has now admitted he didn't give his full effort against Crawford. On Joe Rogan's podcast, he explained that he fought at half pace, stayed flat-footed, and let Crawford look better. He even admitted that money and business affected the fight, claiming he was paid to take it easy and not fight with his normal intensity.
Well, how does that work? Because it's not pay-per-view. Do they still...
Netflix putting up the money.
So I'm saying, so they don't get no back end then?
No, there is no back end. There's ticket sales.
Yeah, because you know, pay-per-view, the back end is the most.
There's no pay-per-view. No.
I guess if you give me $50 million up front, I don't really care about the back end.
This statement confirmed what many people suspected after the fight. Fans and pros said Canelo didn't look like himself. He threw very few jabs, didn't put together combinations, and showed no urgency as the rounds went by. His punch numbers were some of the lowest in his career. At first, people thought he was simply slowing down with age, but his admission changed everything.
He don't have the punching power, but he has the skills that's necessary.
Crawford.
Yeah.
So you were very impressed with his performance? Would you say?
Well, yeah. The point of the matter is, I knew if it came down to if somebody got knocked out, I thought Crawford would probably get knocked out.
Yeah.
But I know about boxing.
Oscar De La Hoya was one of the first to raise doubts. Hours after the fight, he wrote online that Canelo didn't look like himself and asked if he was paid to lose. As Canelo's former promoter, Oscar said he had seen him sharp in training camps, so the performance against Crawford looked too opposite. For De La Hoya, age alone could not explain it.
When he got hit by Crawford and he took that deep breath, he's frustrated. Don't get me wrong. Canelo facing the right opponent that's going to stay in front of him, that's going to fight, that's going to make it a brawl, Canelo knocks him out. So I'm not saying Canelo's shot or done. No, it's far from.
Veteran fighter Gabe Rosado also shared his thoughts. He said Canelo fought with heavy feet, no jab, no combinations, and only single punches. Rosado said it looked like the work of a fighter far past his prime, not a champion with belts. He compared it to Canelo's past fights, where his jab and pressure were always strong. But against Crawford, they disappeared.
Watching Bud catch those shots off his glove.
He looked amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. He'd go to a body and he'd catch that and come up with an uppercut. You know, just all those things that seem...
He looked great.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that to ever.
No one has. Yeah, he's the best.
Canelo. Ever.
Yeah, he's the best.
And I think he would do that to Canelo on his best day. Canelo said it, he goes, I couldn't figure him out.
No.
Which is...
Claressa Shields believes Canelo's body has simply given up. She said he couldn't move, couldn't throw fast combinations, and had no legs left. David Benavidez, one of Canelo's rivals, has been saying for years that Canelo avoids risky fights. After this loss, Benavidez again claimed Canelo is no longer interested in real challenges.
You have any advice for them for his boxing business?
Because, the fighters always get the less money. And some of the fighters, they need to take the money, the guarantee money, right? Because they don't make a lot of money in the fights, right? But they are as fighters.
According to Benavidez, Canelo just wanted the payday. He wasn't surprised at all. Oscar De La Hoya told Fight Hype that Canelo's problem isn't decline, it's matchmaking. He explained that Canelo can still beat fighters who stand in front of him and trade. But against slick boxers like Crawford, he struggles. Oscar said this is about choosing the right fights and making money.
You see, Canelo is a strong fighter, and every punch he throws comes with power, right? That breaks down the body. Physically, his body is breaking down. Plus, he just had a kid. Canelo wants to go enjoy his life. He wants to keep his wits, keep his mind together, stay sharp, and go enjoy a little bit of that money that he just made. But he could not pass the torch to somebody that didn't respect the game. Canelo's at the top of the list. But Terence...
De La Hoya believes Canelo can still win at the elite level, but only with favorable styles. Eddie Hearn sees it differently. He told Sports Illustrated the big story is a possible rematch with Crawford. For him, fans want to see if Canelo can adjust or if Crawford pushes him closer to retirement. Hearn said Alvarez has the tools to surprise people with a new strategy.
Mac, you've been training Crawford for years. Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
He just got to take a break
Is Terence Crawford retired? Is he gonna keep fighting?
He's gonna keep fighting.
He's gonna keep fighting?
Yeah.
You're the man, big man. Hey, congratulations, enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the first fight, Canelo started well. He landed clean counters and kept Crawford cautious. But in the later rounds, Crawford took control, landing the better shots and pushing Canelo back. Many felt those rounds decided the fight. Hearn believes with better late round strategy, a rematch could end differently.
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I tried.
Chris Eubank Jr. is also hopeful. He called the rematch huge and said Canelo has the tools to turn it around. He said Alvarez's power and experience are still dangerous. Trainer Robert Garcia agreed, saying Canelo can win if he fights with real hunger and doesn't slow down late. For Garcia, it's about mindset, not just skills. For Crawford, the win has opened new opportunities. Still, there is debate about who he will face next. Some believe
I would love to see the rematch. I think in the rematch, if he comes back with the hunger that he needs, he could beat Crawford. Because Crawford, is very talented, but I think Canelo could beat him. Canelo's strong, man. Canelo's strong. Canelo could take a good punch. So I think he could just go and don't respect his punch and throw punches even though you're gonna get hit. But
believe he won't take the riskiest fights. Dangerous names like Benavidez, Dmitry Bivol, Diego Pacheco, and Bektemir Melikuziev could trouble him. Instead, Crawford may choose opponents with big names and big money, but less risk, like Jermall Charlo or Hamza Shiraz.
See that. I don't think there will be much difference. I don't think Canelo can bring anything to the table that's going to surprise Crawford. He's a different fighter now. If this was 10 years ago, yes, I think the fight could have gone a different way. But there's no point in even thinking that because Canelo's a different fighter now. They fought today. They fought when Crawford is older as well. So I can't be trying to say, well, Canelo's not.
Terence Crawford and Canelo. Personally, I do not want to see a rematch. Usually rematches are in order when it's a very close fight and you can't really tell, which fighter won. There was a lot of close rounds, swing rounds. That wasn't the case in this fight. Terence Crawford won pretty handedly. I personally scored the fight 9-3. Being generous.
Boxing business now plays a big role. Crawford's win makes him one of the biggest stars, able to demand huge paydays. But the choice of opponent will shape his legacy. For Canelo, the next move is also crucial. If he chases redemption against Crawford, the rematch could be massive. But if he picks safer fights, it might show his career is near its end. Even though fans say Canelo only cares about money,
I Coca-Cola, I'm buying. I risk my life in the ring, and everybody's making money too. It's not that they don't making money; they making money, but the fighter need to make more than everybody.
Not a name to have just one name at 160, 154. I mean, it's just hard for him, ideally, to just see a fight. No names resonating at the moment. Would you be okay to see him retire?
I would. Look, he's had a great career also. Yes, he's older, but...
Yeah, look, I mean, the only thing I can tell him or give him advice in is get a new trainer. I can't advise him on retiring or staying in boxing. That's a very personal decision. But I can say, hey, get a new trainer. You'll do better.
Many believe money can't save him now. Boxing has become all about big paydays, even if a fighter is past his prime. That's what happened here. Canelo was fading, but the Crawford fight was too big financially to refuse. The issue is, while the money grows, the damage to the body doesn't stop. Coach Ronnie Shields was blunt after the loss. He told Fight Up TV that he thinks Canelo should retire. He said Canelo no longer has the energy, sharpness, or the ability to walk fighters down. For Shields, no new trainer can fix it. Age and damage have taken over, and no one can reverse that. Oscar De La Hoya disagrees. He said Canelo might extend his career by leaving Eddie Reynoso.
He's old. Right? And it might be a case of him being less than he was. And it'll depend.
You want to fight Canelo? Would you ever entertain a fight with the Mexican monster, David Benavidez? But you want Canelo. You want Canelo.
You gotta understand, like.
But I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't,
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude. You know what I mean? Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother.
There's still a need for Benavidez.
Who? Canelo?
Turkey
people,
dropped.
You know, people are talking about it.
Turkey hinted at that. He used like Benavidez.
Yeah, he
Turkey,
did.
so-
Turkey just posted that this morning, wondering if Benavidez can make 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No,
I ain't doing that fight. Maybe planning on
and bringing in a new trainer, maybe even Shields himself. But Shields shut that down, saying the problem is deeper. He explained that Canelo has been fighting since his teens, with too many wars and too much damage. In his view, Canelo's body is telling him to stop before it gets worse.